What's up, Giants fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I want to evaluate the one offensive tackle that I think there's an outside chance of the New York Giants taking potentially at pick number 6 if they so choose. Before I dive into this prospect, folks, please make sure to check us out on all of our social media platforms on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at Big Blue Avenue. Love all our fans. Appreciate the support and the following that we've gotten. Make sure to check out all of our other draft prospect videos as well. Now I want to talk about Joe Alt, the offensive tackle from Notre Dame. Now, if you're new to this channel, you'll know that I'm a Notre Dame fan. That's my college football team. Joe Alt is a player that I've been watching for a few years now. He's 21 years old. He is a mammoth. At the combine, he measured at 6'9", 322 pounds junior. This guy is a once-in-a-generation talent. He is mammoth size, scored 87 at the NFL Combine, first among tackles. He did 27 bench press reps, and this guy's been playing since 2021. He played in all 13 games as a true freshman, starting the 8 final games at left tackle. 2022, he was a first-team All-Pro, started 13 games. And 2023, he was a finalist for the Outland Trophy and Lombardi Award, first-team AP All-American, started 12 games at left tackle for Notre Dame. His father is a former NFL player, played O-line at Iowa, drafted by the Chiefs in the first round back in 1984, and is a 2-time Pro Bowler. So he has some good family roots there. His brother Mark also played hockey at Minnesota and played in the NHL as well. So Joe Alt, why does he appeal to the Giants? Well, you have Andrew Thomas solidified on one side. You don't have a right tackle. Now, I'll tell you this straight up. Joe Alt's not a right tackle. He's a left tackle. So unless Andrew Thomas moves to right tackle or Joe Alt agrees to play right to start in the NFL, he's not coming to New York. But why do I think the Giants could possibly look into him? Well, you want to fix the O-line problem once and for all. And you start by getting 2 bookend tackles. Clearly, Evan Neal has not proven that he is. And Joe Shane, went to Notre Dame games this season, particularly when they played USC. And he was looking at Joe Alt. This guy is very disciplined. He's a long-limbed team captain, avoids penalties, great finisher as a run blocker, and a very capable drive blocker, too, with foot quickness to play onto that second level. We'll see in the film breakdown in just a few moments. He's a confident guy. He'll be a day one starter. Needs to clean up his tendency to lean forward a little bit. That's one thing that I did notice, but he creates a pre-snap plan more often than not for combo blocking, and he gets to the first and second level in rhythm. Scores very early, too, with the right hand in pass protection. So he's a really good technician, quick hands. The arm extension is outstanding. He redirects pass rushers often. Now, my one concern with Joe Alt, I kind of alluded to this a moment ago, struggling to bend and leaning forward. He has a large frame for a guy who's listed as 6'9". He winds up waist bending a lot, which you want to avoid to do. The forward lean is not how you want to get lower pad level. So I think for Joe Alt, you want to avoid doing that because bull rushers can hurt him in the National Football League. So let's take a look at Joe Alt and why the Giants are at the least interested in him and why he is the number 1 overall offensive tackle prospect in this year's draft. So Joe Alt got the pleasure to play for a few different quarterbacks. Jack Cohn, Sam Hartman, Tyler Buchner, Drew Pine. This is against, I believe, NC State here. ACC game. Here he is lined up left tackle. Now you're going to watch him here. Good footwork, right? Hand technique, arm extension. Keeps that edge rusher far away from Sam Hartman. That's what you like to see. The arm extension, beautifully done, right? That's what long limbs can do. Hartman delivers a bullet. Now run blocking here, right? Here he is next to Pat Coogan, the left guard, number 78. Now Notre Dame notorious for a great offensive line. So they're going 7 up front here with the 2 tight ends, right? Mitchell Evans and Holden Stays. Audric Estime, who's also a prospect in this year's draft, is about to get the football. So Alt, combo block, boom. Now he's not done yet. He continues to push his man through that play. I mean, that's beautiful effort and technique there by Joe Alt. This is against Duke. the Saturday night game that Notre Dame had to come back and win back in October, or late September, I should say. Now he's facing a spin move here. Makes good initial contact with the right hand. Now he readjusts, right? Good foot quickness here. Arm extension keeps the defender away from Sam Hartman. Now, the very last second here, he's giving a little leeway, right? He's sort of pushing him into the left guard, which you want to avoid. Definitely a better run blocker than pass blocker, but he does just enough to allow Hartman to deliver a perfect dime. And you'll see a similar thing here, right? This is a good communication by Joe Alt. Coogan's not on anyone. So, there's a blitzer coming. Edge rusher does a stunt inside. He does the stunt. The guard picks up the stunt. Alt is responsible for the extra rusher. Here he comes. Boom. Contact. Really good job, and Hartman delivers a wide open bullet down the field. Again, you'll see him pull here. This is what's really impressive. Not often do you see a left tackle pull all the way to the other side of the formation. Let's see an example of this here. Here he comes, and look how quick he gets there. Estime does a good job. He's a patient back. Boom. Just getting in the way there allows Estime to get all that yardage. And we'll see again here, another pull by Alt. This time he got 3 linemen pulling. 50, gets his guy. 78, done. Alt, nice. And he keeps going. Well done there by Joe Alt. Next up, this was the bowl game 2 years ago against South Carolina. We get a close look at him here. Now, he's actually getting held here on this play because his body movement just absolutely crushes the defender. The defender has no other choice than to try to tug and do what he can. You'll see similar thing here. So on this play, he's got 2 tight ends to the left. Completely kicks the DT out of the play. Now, if he doesn't make this play, Estime's banged for a loss, or whoever the running back is on this play. He has to completely get the defender out of the way, and that's a job well done. This is Kyron Williams running the football. All right. This play here, Oklahoma State. Here we come. This play, he gets beat a little bit, gets pushed back into Jack Cohn. Could have did a better job on that play. Now you're going to watch. He needs to get lower pad level. The problem is he doesn't, right? His center of gravity is just naturally higher. This is good knee bend here by the edge rusher. This is how you beat Joe Alt. You try to use the bull rush into him and make him backpedal. Joe Alt is not getting low enough pad level on this play to keep the defender away, right? So it's certainly a problem, but Jack Cohn does a good job of, stepping up into the pocket there for a moment until he tripped. And you'll see another look at this here. This looks like a different look. Okay, yeah, this is a different play. So on this play, Jack Cohn, quarterback, also the bowl game against OK State. Here he comes, flashes out, good job. Now, defender tries to pull the stunt, can't do it because Alt recovers nicely. And there he goes, drives him forward. Screen is set up for Chris Tyree, and off he goes. See him deliver this, right? Those arms just push the guy to the ground. Keeps the defender away from his body, finishes the block. Jack Cohn delivers a nice strike. So, folks, that is the highlight reel on Joe Alt. And if I had to take a guess at this time, Joe Alt won't be a Giant, but the Giants can certainly use him as leverage if a team wants to move up for the top offensive tackle in the NFL draft. Of course, he was brought in for a top 30 visit, and the Alt family has a rich history of pro sports success. Folks, what do you think of Joe Alt? Do you think it's a possibility? If a team like maybe the Titans or the Falcons tries to trade up, he could be an option. If the Giants, trade back to later on in the top 10, who knows? But at number 6, you're likely to get one of those top 3 wide receivers. If none of them are there, Joe Alt is certainly a decent fallback option. Folks, smash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, leave a comment. Let me know what you think of Joe Alt. Do you like the prospect? Do you think he would fit on the Giants? Or do you think that this is a smoke and another team will pursue him come draft night? Want to hear your thoughts. Appreciate you all. Make sure to check us out on all social media platforms. And folks, without further ado, let's go Big Blue.